here live in Manhattan at the Cutting Room. This is being broadcast on guitarworld.com. And we're here for a very, very special evening. We're going to be speaking very shortly to Richie Sambora and Orianthi about their fantastic upcoming EP called Making History. It's going to be out December 15th. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, other projects they're doing. It should be an exciting evening. So without any further hesitation, let's bring out Richie Sambora Orianthi.
It's not on.
Your mic's right there. It is on the chair. How you guys doing?
This first. How's it going? Thank you guys for coming out, man. What's up? Everything good? Cool.
It's so good to be.
I'm just going to let Richie do his thing for a while.
All of me, just take all of me. Okay.
All right.
So we're here to talk about Making History, the EP that's coming out December 15th. And, we're living in...
Fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, we're really proud of this. This whole album and everything. Worked really hard on it. Lots of songs.
We had a good time making it.
We had a
man.
good time making it, too.
It was unbelievable. You're going to like it.
We had a really good time making it, and hope you guys enjoy it. It's coming out very soon.
So, we're living in sort of dark, contentious times, but the music on your record for the most part, I thought was like really uplifting and had positive messages to it. Was that sort of your response to maybe what's going on in the world today? Does the world need love, sweet love?
It does. Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, it really does. And we tried to, I think with this record, make it really much about like everybody, you know what I mean? Like everything that everyone's going through. What we're going through, what everyone else is going through, and relationships. It kind of touched on a lot of different subjects as well.
Yeah, as a songwriter, I think that basically the thing that you can do the best out of anything is basically relate to humanity. So when you catch a song that, gets to people that goes, hey, I felt like that. You know what I mean? Like, this is the way I felt, and you catch that, and, once in a while you catch a Living on a Prayer, things like that last forever. And lucky I've been able to write a couple of those kind of songs that, touched humanity and became a part of people's lives.
I saw an interview with you, Richie, and I thought this was like a really interesting way of looking at it. You said songwriting is a bit like having a conversation with people.
Yeah, that's what it's about. I mean, really, you're just trying to, if you're just kind of writing about yourself, hopefully that whatever you're writing about in your own life will be what's happening to someone else, And I mean, that's what we try to, we strive for, as songwriters to have that common thread of, humanity. And music is the most transcendental language in the world. I am living
really
fucking proof.
Absolutely.
All right? Kid from New Jersey, just live right around the corner. Live next to a swamp. And, next thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. What are you going to do? And why? Because the foundation of this business is songs. And that's what we remember. And that's why music is so important and so transcendental, really. It's just like, it doesn't matter. People just get moved, by songs and music, and they remember, this is what happened in my life. I was making out with that broad. Yeah. What was I listening to? Layla was I was listening to that. That's what I was listening to. Stuff like that, Led Zeppelin.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Richie Sam.
Yeah, I've been listening to you.
Yeah, before I was him. I was only this big. Horrible.
I mean, can you tell me a little bit about, you guys have been playing together for a while now, like this journey together, and when you guys realized that you had,
I have no idea what he was doing.
What?
I don't want to know.
What? I hear you.
when you realized that you had musical chemistry, when was that?
I think it was straight off the bat. You know, Alice Cooper introduced us. I was on tour with Alice for like 3.5 years, and Richie showed up at a charity event in
I said,
Maui,
who the hell is that?
in Hawaii. And he came up on stage and he was like really
He said,
sweet
that's the
and-
bitch that played with Michael Jackson. Now she play with me. I said, now she gonna play with me.
You know, it kind of just happened straight off the bat. We started jamming, and it was
Come
like,
on, you know.
yeah,
We're friends, you know.
it's all good.
I wrote a couple songs with Alice, and we made some hit records.
There we go.
You continue, I'm sorry.
And that is the story.
I'm butting in. I'm a Budinsky, I know.
But when was the first time you guys actually sat down to write songs or to actually play?
Probably a weekend to kind of like hanging out. You know, we decided to start writing some tunes. Then we went on tour together to
We
Australia.
wrote some songs
And we
together.
wrote some songs together.
They were fantastic.
That's what happened.
We wrote like 70 songs,
We
actually.
wrote a
It was
lot of songs. It was hard to
was
kind
a,
of narrow them down for this. For this
Yeah, we did
first
it kind of
EP and
ass
then second
backwards,
EP.
you know. We went out and played. I had a download festival in Australia that was booked, and
Soundwave.
was that what it was?
Yes.
Soundwave. I gotta remember. Anyway, and my rhythm guitar player, his mom fell ill, and he had to go be by her side, you know. And so I was going, I'm just gonna do it myself, you know, just do it, you know, kind of like power trio kind of thing. And I went, hey, wait a minute.
Why not bring the crazy Australian with you?
Bring the crazy Australian woman with
Like
me.
crazy
She's
Australian
around, and she has anything. So
And I
called her
happened
up.
to be around, and I happened to have 2 months off tour, so it worked
I
out.
lucked out. I gave her a call. I said, look,
all
I
good.
got this, 10 gigs, this, that, the other thing. And she went, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I was down.
I was like, ooh, I love this bitch. But she's a pain in the ass because she really plays good guitar, man. And then it's like,
I try to keep up with him over here.
well, that's the fun thing we always have. People like to come see us play because, you know, they're always going to see a good duel, sword fight. You know, it's different every
Brutal.
night.
It's
Different
very
every night.
brutal every evening.
Every evening
Yeah.
is different, yes.
What sort of impressed me about both EPs is it feels like a real democracy, like the way you guys are putting together your music. I mean, it's like, you know, splitting
Yes.
the vocals 50-50,
Yes, it is.
like the guitar solos are all there, everybody.
It is a yes. Only kidding. Yes, it is a democracy. She wins most of the time.
No, I
So,
do not.
yeah. So, I mean, is that something sort of like planned out to you? Like, okay, I've got the song now, Richie, you get your, I mean, how does that work? How do you guys
It just
split
ha-
those?
Always.
sort of just happens naturally, you know, I think.
We have a studio. Actually, we recorded.
Kitchen.
I think we handed 25 masters in, and we recorded most of it in our kitchen.
Yeah, we turn half of the kitchen into a studio.
Yes, you know, legendary producer and a dear friend of mine, and Bob Rock, who we did this record with.
Yeah, that's what separates these guys from the rest of us. They have a home studio, but yet they have Bob Rock come to
No,
it.
he actually built it. He built it for us. You know what I mean? And it's quite
That's what I was
portable.
saying. This is what separates them from.
You know, we started. You know, we wanted to put the team together. You know, Mr. Doc McGee, our manager,
Yeah.
big.
The dog. See her right,
And,
is right here.
You know, we look at each other and go, "Oh shit, we don't know what the fuck we're doing there." He knows, but you know, my man Michael Guido over there has been with me in my consigliere for decades, and at Bob Rock, who's not bad, actually.
Yeah.
That boy can do anything from, like, the Metallica Black Album to Michael Bublé. And all of it's excellent. So he has a lot of dexterity. So yeah, we had a lot of fun doing this. So that was fun.
Or you hadn't worked with Bob before, had you?
No, I hadn't. I actually jammed with him many times in Maui
Yeah.
before meeting Richie because he was always there because he lives there. So,
Cool.
yeah.
I mean, what did you get out of the recording experience with Bob? Was that something different for you than your other records?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Bob is, he's a great guitar player too, you know what I mean? And he's a great songwriter and he just knows how to make everything sound huge. Like a drum kit, just watching him mic it, and everything. He's just a genius at all of that. And it's truly a great learning experience working with someone like that. So
Yes, he's an unbelievable person.
amazing.
Great man.
Great guy too.
My
Great
brother.
spirit.
Well, back to the 50-50 thing. I mean, it's really interesting when I was listening to you guys sing and when you guys
Don't laugh.
sing together, it's straight up duo. And I was trying to think, what other rock act? There haven't been many rock bands where they're both fronted by a man and a woman, co-lead singers. I was trying to think maybe Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah.
So in a weird way, this is
Delaney and
pretty
Bonnie
unique.
in the old days,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Don't forget that.
Was there
Sonny and Cher.
Marvin and Tammy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Marvin and Tammy, definitely. I mean, we were, it's truly a band, It really is. And it really came together and, it's not the easiest thing when you're trying to form something and actually, it just happened immediately with Ori and I, so it was fantastic.
I mean, knowing that you're writing songs for both man and woman to sing, does that affect how you write your lyrics? How you write these songs?
Not really.
No, not really. No.
No, it's human to human, really. I believe that,
It's kind of what we're both feeling and
Yeah,
all of that.
you were
So
talking
just
about,
put it-
obviously, no matter, you write songs different ways. Sometimes it's from observation, and it's about walking around the streets, no matter what town you're in. It could be Istanbul. There's some people from
Yeah, there we
Istanbul.
go. Yeah. Get stand up over there.
And, what is happening in the country, what people are feeling like, what's going on, how's everybody feeling, what's going on, and how does that affect the relationship of, say, a friendship or a romantic relationship or all that kind of stuff. So we kind of explored a lot of that stuff, a lot of that stuff in the songs that we've done.
So when you guys are trading solos, which they do a lot on this record, I mean, there's a lot of really cool lead guitar playing, making history. You guys really sort of go for it at the end and Walk With Me. There's
Yeah.
beautiful outro solos.
Always.
Yeah.
How bad do you try to burn Richie?
Never.
Oh, come
Never.
on.
No,
come
I don't try to
on.
do that. Rah. No, never.
Ain't nobody burning my ass.
Yeah. No.
I got
You know what?
I got sincerity on my side, baby.
Yeah, so have I. So we both
That's
kind
it.
of
It's
put
just,
it down,
we-
and I guess that's what happens. It's basically a conversation with our guitars, and it's like we bring the energy, we bring that fire and everything that we're feeling, and if the song calls for it, we're gonna try to shred, and rip it up
Yeah.
as much as we can, have a good time.
For sure.
Yeah.
We always try to rip it up.
Try our
That's
best
what people
to.
want to see, right? They want to
Yeah.
see some damn good songs. You write some good songs, the best songs you can write, and then you're able to go out and play live,
Yeah.
and your heart comes out. And that was the musicians and the songwriters that I think that affected both of us. And it's crazy because she's a lot younger than me, but we have the same influences in a lot of directions.
I grew up in a time warp anyway. Grew up on vinyl, my dad and everything.
Me too.
So.
I
So
keep
I
I
grew up in
age.
the
I try to
60s.
age going down more than this.
Doesn't Richie look very handsome and great?
Oh,
Doesn't he?
Ah.
Fan of Bon Jovi?
Absolutely.
Do you have a
I
favorite?
wasn't.
Did you have a favorite? Oh, did you have a favorite song?
I just happen to be in a band.
Probably lay your hands on me, just because the guitar riff, so good.
Lay your glands on me, man.
Lay your glands.
Lay
your
your
glands
glands
on
on me. Come on. Lay your...
There we go. But isn't that guitar riff just badass?
All you got to do,
right?
yeah. Lay your hands on me. Lay your hands on me.
There we go.
Shit, yeah.
Favorite track on this record for you to
It's impossible. We covered a lot of different genres on this record and own them. Proud of every one, really. I don't know. I mean, they're all pretty much,
Well,
you know.
it's-
I mean, there's certain things, like there's a song called Truth that we will be playing for you in a little bit.
That was one of the first ones we wrote, actually, around a piano. We actually started this record, it was a piano record in the beginning. We started writing on the piano, then we went to acoustic guitar, electric, and we sort of just changed it up. The whole process was,
I bang on everything.
everything, marimbas, everything.
I'm writing songs with marimbas. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm down
And
there.
I'm hearing marimbas in my sleep.
You know, 'cause, you know, the Stones use marimbas a lot, by the way. You know, so I was affected by that, and I happened to acquire a set of marimbas, and we wrote one song on marimbas.
But when you guys hear this song, it's a lot of fun. We love it. It's called
Yeah.
Add a Little Love, and
Well, Add a
I
Little
love
Love,
this
yeah.
song. So
Well, I thought was really interesting is you guys have been playing together sort of for a while and developing your sound and your chemistry, and you put out a EP, Rise, which was awesome a few months ago, and now you're putting out another EP and then an album.
EPs.
That's the fare of the day these days somehow.
Why did you choose to sort of roll your music out in this way? It's a little unusual.
You know what? I think it's a new way, right? To kind of release a small batch of tunes at a time.
Ain't my fault.
I don't know. I'm used to the whole album thing. I like the whole album thing, but people put songs out. It's a single-based kind of format, you know. I don't know. We're just trying to keep up with the times here.
Yeah, I mean, we recorded
What's
we
going
got
on, you know?
25 masters, and there's not to yet. So.
Yeah, we got so many.
It's been very prolific.
Yes.
I thought maybe it was also a way for you guys to sort of, again, develop what your sound is going to be and how it's going to come together before you put out an album.
Chaos
Yeah, it's been insanity.
comes out of
Insanity.
chaos, Brad.
It does.
It's a mess.
It's a mess. It's a complete mess.
No, it's not.
So it's none of those things. EP.
Oh.
It's true. That's what we're doing. EP. But somehow, they all come together.
It all comes together in the end. I don't know, somehow. Exactly.
It's a large piece of sonic art. And if you don't fucking watch
Later on.
Yeah.
So this is
play now.
This is a bit for Guitar World. I don't want everybody else to get snoozy or anything, but did you play any particular cool guitars on this record, or any favorite instruments?
all of them.
So many different ones, right? We use everything.
Well, I actually have Stratocaster number 13. And Ori came down. That's something started. I
Is
think it was
it
a
any- is
marimba
it any
song,
good?
wasn't it?
It was a marimba song because I had it in my
and she did,
dreams.
before
marimbas.
coffee, I made her play. It was like 7 in the morning.
It was very slow.
Held it.
I was irritable, and it was very slow.
You know what? We have a lot of guitars laying around now. Everything, basically. I mean, there's nothing that, I don't know. I don't think I want anything. Really.
No guitar goes untouched.
I want
No,
your guitar,
not in-
Brad.
No.
Well, or you've got have a new Paul Reed Smith guitar that you've designed and are bringing out, though. Did you use that? Did you use your Pauls?
I did. I used all my Pori Smiths, and I used my Richies, and we got a ton of others too. I got a couple of Tellys as well. I got a I know, like a 63 telly I used, which I picked up in Japan. I love that. Lots of different stuff, you know. Taylor,
everything, you know,
Taylor
just-
guitars, baritones, everything, you know. We tried to experiment. The magical dust.
I'm good at that.
So let's talk about a few songs on the EP. So you're calling it Making History.
That's right.
That seems like a big title.
Well, you know what? We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that song tonight also. But the idea of it is that when you're in a room, whether it's a stadium or a room like this, right? Everybody is here together, and we're making history. And we're here together. So it's not such a presumptuous thing like people would think. It's like, oh, making history. Like these guys think they're fucking making history, for God's sakes. You know? And it's not that. It's about togetherness, and just think about it. Every day,
Every day we're
if
making
you're in the
history,
present
you know?
moment,
we're all making
we're
history.
all making history
you know,
together.
So.
You
So
know,
again,
it
that
just kind
goes
of came
back-
out of that.
It goes back to the idea that it's not about, you know, the songs aren't necessarily about you, but it's a conversation with people. It's something that you want to put out there and have a
Absolutely.
dialogue
Yeah.
with and
Well,
encourage
Absolutely.
them.
You know what? You want to make people have a great time. That's a part of being an entertainer, which is an essential part.
Yeah.
You know, he's a rock star, man. You know. Nah, man, we're entertainers. That's what we go. We go to try to make people happy, and you know, we've been able to do that. You know, and it truly happens through the song. And Making History would be one of those songs that, you know, when you listen to the record, it's heavy. But we have to do it acoustic tonight because
Yeah.
we're going to do it. So just imagine it heavy.
Broken down. Yeah.
And what can you tell me about the song We Are Magic? I noticed that you pulled out the talk box for that.
Yes, I did.
Yes, he did.
To the chagrin of most. No, it's actually really cool. But there again, that song, it is an inclusion song about when people believe in something, whether it's two people or
Or a whole bunch.
200,000 or 2 million or whatever it is. If you believe in that one thing, it becomes magic. That's when you have
Yeah.
that magic moment.
I think love is magic, belief is magic, when people come together, the strength, courage, everything, you know. It really is.
It's true.
It truly is.
It sort of had I felt that it had sort of this world music vibe to it too. The percussion on
At the
that
end,
was
it kind of
really
goes
cool.
Lion King at the end.
Yeah, it goes a little Lion King.
Yeah, it's like, you know, Marvin Gaye, Tammy Terrell in the front of it, and then it goes Lion King on everybody.
But I love that. We had one of, you know, but we had one of our favorite drummers, Abe from Paul McCartney's
right,
band,
Abe from
played
Paul
drums on
McCartney's
our
band.
album, and
Yeah.
he is amazing. And he is so into playing drums. I mean, it's kind of, I don't even know, like it's sort of contagious, his energy. He comes in, he's smiling, and he just brings
Yeah,
such
well, you
great
know, like I
positive
said,
energy to this
we
record.
covered so many genres over the 25 songs that we actually recorded that couldn't throw him a curveball. He knew every one, so it was really great.
Yeah.
Like these guys that are going to come up and hang with us this evening.
Yeah, we have some great musicians joining us.
So, Walk With Me sort of is in the opposite direction. It's like a modern country song, which,
Yeah.
you know, it's a little more common in the country world for, like, again,
It's kind of
these
got a
sort of
folk,
duets. you
folk
know.
kind of country vibe, you know, and we wrote that song really fast.
Yeah.
It came together.
At the kitchen table.
Kitchen table.
No,
And
you know, it's a
really-
good song when a country band actually covered it before we put it out.
Yeah, this band Delta Ray released it actually on Big Machine Records.
I guess that's pretty good.
Yeah, came out a
all
while
right.
ago. Yeah,
Right?
and it's a song once again about togetherness and you know, I feel like, you know, we felt like the country is such a divide, you know, bringing people together. Music brings people together.
People got
and
to
this
stick
is,
together and
you know,
walk with
really,
each other, you
walk
know.
with each other, hand in hand, you know, just stronger together. I feel that, so
It's true.
it's true.
Again, when you believe in something, and as you said, this world is getting a little crazier about a minute.
It is, truly
So
is.
it's almost impossible that craziness doesn't seep through the songs into the form of hope.
Yeah,
That we're all going to be okay.
yeah.
together, and hopefully, we can make music that makes people happy and like they could lose themselves in it for a little bit, and that's our job.
Yeah. And now it is it on?
So Ori,
Yeah, I'm going to fix your mic for you. I don't know what happened here.
doctor, is there a doctor in the house?
Yeah, I can't fix this. I have no idea. There's no lights going on here from me. All right. There we go.
Somebody trying to tell you something there, Richie.
Hello.
There we go.
So Ori, so you've had different experiences playing in other bands, Alice Cooper's bands, Michael Jackson. How does this differ? How does this experience differ than some of your past?
For sure.
Well, it's really different, because we're both singing, we're both writing together, we're both, fronting this, and it's been such an experience and a journey for this whole album. You know what I mean? For 3 years, 3.5 years, kind of making it.
And it's clearly unfun and difficult to work with Richie. I'm assuming.
Oh, very immensely.
Oh yeah, I'm a barrel of laughs.
So from those previous experiences, like, what did you what did you learn in terms of, like, especially like stagecraft from working with somebody like Michael Jackson or Alice Cooper?
You know what? Watching Michael work, on the stage all the time, just studying what he was doing, and it was an incredible experience, obviously. And then Alice Cooper, 110% every night, goes out there no matter what. It's amazing. So we had a great time. We had a really good time. I don't know what the hell he's doing, but it's very hard to talk because I'm not even paying attention here.
But I mean, did those guys ever tell you, give you hints on what they wanted to do, what they wanted to see out of you on stage? Did you have to learn moves? Did you have to all
Oh
that?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I had to play the beat it solo while running around after Michael, and that was
Yeah.
crazy. So,
Yeah.
and then Alice Cooper, so much stuff going on. There's like giant Frankenstein. There's like snakes. There's swords. You got to get out of the way. You get stabbed.
Yes.
So yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
And now all you have to do is worry about Richie.
Now I just got to worry about Richie over here, without a mic, who somehow I don't even know what he's doing, but I can't turn my back on him, even for 1 minute.
Richie, take the wired mic to your right. I don't know what's going on. Take the wired mic.
I got this one here. Hey now.
There we go.
Can you put it to the monitor a little bit? Or I can use this as a sexual thing.
Whatever you want to do.
Hey, listen. There you go. I didn't even start drinking yet. Give me a break. It's early. It's early.
So Richie,
Yes, sir.
you're supposed to say teacher. I don't.
Teacher, tell me.
Yes.
Learn me something.
So you've been nominated into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I don't know, man. I'm the Susan Lucci of those awards. I win 1 out of 10 or something like that. So, hey, it's a great honor to be recognized for, what you do. And I said, well, here we go. We sold about 150 million albums. And we put a lot of asses in the seats all over stadiums all over the world for 30 some odd years when I was in the band. So maybe I get in this time. We'll
You
see.
definitely will.
We'll see what happens.
So would you play with the band if they were inducted?
Sure, of
Yeah.
course. You know, why not? Of course.
Cool.
Yeah. Swinging, baby. That's what it's about. Keep swinging.
So what you guys are gonna after this piece of music comes out? I'm not gonna say the words EP again, but you have an album later on in the year yet. How is that going to differ from what you've done, or do you know what you're doing for that yet?
Well, actually, we're going to put the two EPs together and add some new material on top of that.
Yeah.
So people will get that. And then there'll be EP number 3.
Yes,
And then
with
EP
EP.
number 4.
It's like putting it out there.
Just throwing it out there, man. You know what I mean? It's like, just keep.
We have so many songs, so
Yeah.
gonna put them out. Can't put out 60 songs. Actually, 70 plus, right? At
Yeah.
one time, that'd be a little much, but
Yeah, we're just giving them away now and shit. Hey, you need a song? Hey, I got a song. You need a song? Ah, I got 3. What kind of music you like? Well, I can do that. No problem. Here you go. Here's a couple songs. Boop. We'll just slide you one. You need a song?
we have songs.
I got a couple in my
We
pocket.
have many songs.
Well, speaking of putting out stuff, you just put out a Christmas or a holiday song, right?
Yeah, a good friend of mine who's also here, Bruce Stephen Foster, and I wrote a song. Yes, that's right. And it's called One Night of Peace, and we wrote it many, many years ago, right when we were kind of invading Hussein there over in Iraq, and one of my friends obviously was in the service. Or what? But will you take care of my kids and my wife and things like that? The song was kind of born out of that energy, and usually you don't go back and pick up a song from 25 years ago and kind of move it forward. But Bruce and I got on it, and we made it pretty big. It's pretty good, yeah. So we're going to do it tomorrow evening. There's a salute to the troops here in town. It's going to be on.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, it's going to be on TV.
It's called Guitar Heroes for Legends, and on CBS and Access TV, and you can still, I think, get tickets for it. So
Yeah, it's going to be a
Yeah.
good gig.
yeah,
Good gig.
it's a great cause.
Cool. Well, I wanted to be able to open it up to the audience a little bit. and,
Yeah,
if,
come on.
Some people ask
Ask
questions.
us some shit.
Can't really see anybody here. That light's so bright here.
All right. We're going to start here. Okay, when you go on tour, are you going to hit Boston?
We're going to hit everywhere, man.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time, really. You know, yeah, I mean, that's the, that's the thing that, so you sit there and you come up with this song kind of out of thin air, it's nothing, and then take it into the studio, the laboratory, and make it all nice and good for people to listen to. And then you got to go play live and see if people dig it. You know, it's the cycle of what really happens there. Yeah. So yeah, of course, Boston, Gillette Stadium, you know.
All
Did
right.
that a few times.
All right, Richie, question. You were mentioning, I'm right here.
There you are,
I'll
darling.
smile for you.
These lights are bright. You know, so.
You were mentioning about how many guitars that you guys have between the two of you. As a musician also, I know that certain
It's obscene.
Very healthy.
certain musicians have a certain sound that is attributed to that instrument, that brand of instrument. And you started out playing the Strat with Bon Jovi, and that became your signature sound, and then you switched to Les Paul. But just on a personal...
How do you know what I played on those records?
Because I'm the founder and president of Sambora Orianthi, bro.
Oh. Well, thank you very much, darling.
You're welcome, darling. But what my question is to you is, on a personal note, what do you feel your personal guitar sound is? Like, what guitar gives you that feel that's you, that Mr. Bluesman, that's...
Well, the only way I cheat on Ori is with the guitars. So, you know, and if you think about a guitar, right, they kind of look like a girl. So she lets me go on that. I like them all, you know, so,
It's fine by me.
you know, I mean, Slippery When Wet was played the whole thing. I only had one guitar, I think, at that point, or two, possibly. And, yeah, it was a Charvel with one pickup and one volume. Whole record. And it's called Bob Rock. That thing sounded massive. One guitar, whole thing. Then New Jersey, second record after that, same thing. Maybe I had a little bread after that because we only sold 17.5 million records.
Just a couple.
So I guess I had to buy a couple expensive ones.
Do you still have those guitars? Do you have all your guitars?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I played them on this record too. Yeah.
You played the Charvel on the record.
Hey, Doc bought me my first 59.
There you go.
Still got that. Play it all the time.
All right, we got one more.
Hi, Richie.
Where are you doing?
Over here.
Where?
Your other side.
Hey, yo.
Hi. So, you were at the concert for New York, and I'm a huge fan of yours. I've been a fan since I was a kid. I'm sure you remember that was a very grieving time for everybody in New
Yes.
York. I lost my uncle. He was the lieutenant of the fire department.
Sorry, Doc.
What was that concert for you, and how did it make you feel? And I remember you coming on stage because I had close seats, and I remember you being in the shadow and having that Stetson hat on and being so excited to see you and John play. Just what did that mean to you?
Well, first of all, I mean, it was such a terrible time. A lot of terrible things have happened since then, but I actually saw the towers go down from the backyard of my house in Jersey. So, and then everything just shut down, obviously, you know, no cell phone service, anything like that. I really couldn't get home. And I actually coerced a ride to get back to the West Coast. And as soon as I got back to the West Coast, they called me and said, you got to come back to New York to do this. And I was like, okay, of course. Of course. Yeah, I had like two fighter jets, the airspace was closed. So you know, I felt like a pretty important guy. But it was, you know, I also sang America the Beautiful at the firehouse that lost the most dudes, most guys. So that was, I didn't get through it, by the way. Just cried my ass off, so didn't do that. And then, yeah, it spurred a song that I had wrote actually with Bernie Taupin, you know, who writes with Elton John, called Engine 19, which you guys will hear someday. Yeah, so, but, hey, you know, we're from here, man. These are our streets, man. This is where we come from. And it don't get no sadder than that, man. When you lose friends and family members and stuff like that to just some random acts of bullshit, so not good.
Take one more question.
Anybody have a question? Okay, right here.
Do you wear Fruit of the Looms? Can I ask a question?
Who or what was your biggest inspiration for singing?
Oh God, there's so many great. It first came out of the Beatles. My first earliest memory is when I was 5 years old, and my mom and dad let me watch the Beatles on TV. I went, I want to do that. Lo and behold, shit happens. You know, but I recently played with Stevie Wonder a couple times, and that was a very humbling experience. So R&B singing was a part of my makeup. That's where I got my soul, you know.
How about you, Ori? Like, what were who initially inspired you to sing and play?
Just blues singers, you know, from like B.B. King, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix. That's kind of it, really.
That's right.
That's all good
I
stuff.
don't know.
That's
I'm
the
just like
shit
a
right
big
there.
blues fan, so I grew up listening to all that stuff. You know, I mean, that's kind of it, really.
She was
yeah.
2.
No.
Really, she's like wailing like Hendrix when she's like 2 years old, man.
Thank you. Rah.
Anyways, guys, I guess now be a great time for you guys to play us some music. I'm sure
Yeah.
everybody's
Play
looking
some
forward to
songs.
that.
We're gonna share
All
some
right.
of our new songs from an EP that's out right now, and also the new one that's coming out.
The new
Like
EP,
EP.
Making History, is coming out
That's coming out really soon.
December 15th.
You know, I have no idea.
Well, thank you all for your questions. We'll see you later.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Okay, we're
guys.
going to take just a minute and reset
some
the
guys up
things
here.
up for them to play and enjoy.
I'll be doing stand-up at the Improv. Right after the show. You can join me on Overtime.
Wishes for that junkie go
Don't forget to put those effects on and shit, right? Hello. More than that, my brother. Let's see if we got guitars. Watch your bottom end. Hi.
Alrighty.
Thank you. All right, since we've been talking about making history so much, might as well start with that. Right?
Yeah, let's do this.
Well, I'm out of tune.
All right.
Sorry. Somebody knocked my shit out of tune. You don't want that to happen.
No, you not.
Say something funny, Ori, please.
The lovely sound of tuning. Well, how you guys doing so far? You're good? We're going to play a few songs for you all. Not that many. Probably about 5 off, as I said, the EP that's already out right now and our album that's coming out early next year. EPs, many EPs. You can hear it there. 12 string, pain in the ass. There we go. That sounds fabulous. All right, let's do this. Alrighty.
Stop it. 2, come on, yeah. Here we go to the A. Oh, yeah. Start a new revolution, a new constitution. Taking my pollution, dagging in your brain. I wanna raise up a rainbow, raise a little hell. I'm taking you to church and I'm ringing in bells. I'm gonna tell you something, something that I believe. We're making history. Take it out and take it to the sky. We're here to make a memory. Yeah, yeah. Like a diamond, it's our time to shine. Tonight we're making history. History, yeah. Morning glory midnight, tell me a smile. It's a damn good addiction, doing it in style. Yeah, yeah. Everybody send me girls, wishing they were here. Got the hands on fingers, just by being here. Just by being here. I'm here to tell you something, something that I believe. We're making history. Shake it out and take it to the sky. We're here to make a memory. Yeah, yeah.
So ring them bells are really bells, ring bells. Shake it out and take it to the sky. We're here to make a memory. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like the diamond, it's our time to shine. Tonight we're making history. History, yeah.
Tonight we'll make it history.
We're history, yeah.
Reverb, baby. History, yeah. We're making history. Oh, Lord, history, yeah. Making history. Thank you kindly.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that was supposed to be an electric song, but
That's a really heavy song that we were just kind of breaking down for you all.
yeah, sorry.
How's the sound out there? Yeah? Alrighty. What should we play next? I don't really know. Maybe Walk With Me, that's it. We'll play Walk With Me. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. I can start this. Can I start this? Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, here's one that has a bit of a country song.
Tonight someone will hurt someone. Forget that ain't no fun. Another heart falls off the tree. Freedom's just about breaking free. A gypsy told me when she read my cards, it's a long parade of us with broken hearts. Baby, if you walk with me,
Come on, take it.
baby, I will stand by you. If you walk with me, take my hand, I'll stand by you. Hand in hand, I'll stand by you.
We all walk down these streets of life as we avoid the regrets and the rain. Songs just sing to sing the same. Can't let our dreams just drift away. Hey.
A gypsy told me when she read my cards, it's a long parade of us with broken hearts. Yeah, if you walk with me, baby, I will stand by you. If you walk with me, baby, I'll stand by you. Hand in hand, I'll stand by you. If you walk with me, Take my hand, I'll stand by
Stand
you.
by you, girl.
Hand in hand,
Hand in hand.
I'll stand by you.
Stand by you. Hand in hand. I'll
Stand by you.
you up with me.
Gonna stand by you.
I'm gonna stand by you.
Oh, baby, hand in hand, I'm gonna stand by you.
I'm gonna stand by you.
I'm gonna stand by you. I'm gonna stand by you. I'm gonna stand by you. Baby, I'm gonna stand by you. Baby, I'm stand by you. Yeah.
I gotta take this shirt off here, man.
Did you take me? Take me?
Oh, you want me to sing one?
Yeah, you should sing one. Richie should sing one.
People throwing money?
I think I was falling out of somewhere.
It's good. Fuck it, I'll take it. How we doing so far? I need a little bit more reverb on my milk good on this one. What is more money? I can't get this one. All right, keep that tempo coming. All right, I'll tell you a story about this song, okay? The song is called Take Me. For who I am, right? Everybody in this place, man. They want someone to take them for who they fucking really are. So when I left the band, right, everybody got pissed off, man. People were mad for a long time. Y'all mad still? So I think this is
autobiographical song. It's not an apology, it's more like a... Get that groove, baby. Let's go. Bit of a tango. Yeah, keep it up. Take me, who I am, take me, for who I am, take me, take me. Look in the mirror of my life, who do I see? Honestly, I possess so many different sides. Funny it's me. I tried to be somebody else that didn't fly, didn't wanna die. Hey, 'cause I'm alive, I'm alive. Take me for who I am. Take me, take me, take me. Who I am. Take me, take me. Who I am. Take me, take me, take me. In the spotlight's coming down, right in my face, not my heart. I swear I left it on the stage. Every night show must go on. Deep inside I got the hope that I'm not a joke, but just a fake. Hey, I made some bad mistakes. That's what it takes. Take me, for who I am. Take me, take me, take me, for who I am. Take me, won't you take me for who I am? Miami. That'll reach, so I just make the lead. 'Cause you know I want it all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You and me. With all the gifts and all I say, yeah. Down in heaven there's a living hell. There's a stranger deep inside, puts on a show through my hopes and fears, wander through my years, through my years. Tell me where I'm gonna hide when the memories hold you inside. Heaven to heaven, oh. doing so far? Take me for who I am. Take me for who I am. Take me, take me. You gotta take me, who I am. Take me. Who I am, take me, take me. Who I am, take me, take me, take me. Who I am. Who I am, who I am, Thank you very much. Oh, I hope you like that one.
Do Truth next, I reckon.
Oh,
Yes, we might play the ballad.
cool. I haven't played guitar yet.
Are we ready? Should we begin this? Should we begin this? What are you reading? What is this?
I was checking the money out.
Oh, okay then.
I want to introduce these amazing musicians who I love deeply. And we just got together today, so I hope this is okay. It's true.
Yeah, these
We
great
learned
guys.
this shit
Give it up
this
to these great guys
afternoon
up
before
here.
you guys got in here. The man, Mr. Jeff Kazee on the keyboard. on percussion, Mr. Roger Squitera. Give him a big hand, please. Okay. Now what? Oh, you got any ideas? I can't believe it.
We're going to do
What do you wanna
truth.
do now?
We're doing truth. And we're doing magic.
All right, that will do. Which one? We'll do truth. Yeah, this song, again, very much a relationship song. It's just called Truth.
One of the first songs we actually wrote for this album.
Yeah, this was one of the first things
So.
we wrote together ever.
Yeah.
And
I hope you guys dig it.
Hey, yeah. When I had doubt, you inspired commitment. You found me drowning in a silent sea. My heart was shattered in so many pieces. What was left was a ghost of me. Love taught me to lie. The pain gave me the tears to cry. No matter the cost, I'm willing to try. Gotta have a heart to find the truth. 'Cause when you find true love, you can't kiss it away. Can't kiss it away. Can't kiss it away. When you find true love. I try to talk, but I can face my words. What they are meant to be. Each time we touch, you help me stay alive. I feel my vulnerability falling, falling. Can't kiss it away. Can't kiss it away. 'Cause when you find true love. Love taught me to lie, but you gave me the strength to try. No matter the cost, I'm willing to try. Gotta have a heart to find the truth. Forever now it's me and you. 'Cause when you find true love, you can't kiss it away. Can't kiss it away. Can't kiss it away. When you find true love. Can't kiss it away. 'Cause when you find true love, you can't kiss it away. Can't kiss it away. Can't kiss it away. When you find true love. you find pure love,
When you find pure love,
you can kiss it away.
can't kiss it away. No, you can't kiss it away.
Baby. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah.
Give these guys a hand one more time, please.
Yeah, give it up for these amazing musicians. Behind us. We have one more tune to play for you guys. And
What would that be?
I think it might be Magic. What do you think?
Fucking magic.
Some magic for you all.
I'll pull the rabbit out of the hat.
I'm going to pull some rabbits out.
Fucking
and
magic.
birds will come out of my hair. It'll be great. So this will be on our next... what would be in there? The next song is on the next EP. Am I correct or no? I think it is. Anyway,
What?
I believe. It's on the album anyway. Magic.
Well, I hope everybody had a good time this evening. You guys digging the new music so far? It's going to get better as we go along. It ain't bad now, is it? What key is this song in? I gotta get through.
It's an E flat. So I got a little less reverb on the guitar. It'll be great. Thank you. No more vocals. Thank you.
Lift me up when I know that you're there. 'Cause I'm gonna be right by your side. I'll fight for you if you fight for me.
Together we're gonna do it.
I'm down with you if you're down with me.
If there ain't nothing else to it.
I'll rock with you if you rock with me.
So get up and get through this, 'cause I'm this for the rest of my life, yeah. 'Cause
I need somebody who understands. I need somebody to take my hand. I need somebody
who believes in miracles, 'cause with
you I know we
magic.
are magic. I'll be the strength you need. Yes, I will.
When the stars start falling from the sky, I'll be right by your side.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I fight for you if you fight for me.
Together we're gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm down with you if you're down with me.
Where there ain't nothing else to it.
I'll rock with you if you rock with me.
So get up and get through this, 'cause I'm this for the rest of my life,
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We love you.
Thank you for coming. Thank
Hope
you
you
so
had a
much
good
for coming.
time.
Thank you so much, everyone.
So everybody, let's hear it. Let's hear it again for Richie Sambora Orianthi, RSO. The new record coming out December 15th, Making History. Anybody wants to know anything about more future BackStory events, go to BackStory.com. Thank you for coming.